All right, Phil Spencer is retiring. Sarah Bond is departing. And now an AI focused Microsoft executive stepping in? Fuck is going on? If this is real, this isn't just leadership turnover, it's a psychological shift. For over a decade, Phil Spencer was the face of Xbox, face of Game Pass, acquisition, studio expansion, and now an AI exec taking control? That raises a bigger question. Is Xbox about to change directions completely? Because this doesn't feel like a routine transition. This feels like the start of something different.
I am honored to take it.
All right, so let's zoom out. Phil Spencer's era at Xbox was defined by expansions, acquiring studios, building Game Pass, pushing accessibility and ecosystems over hardware wars. Sarah Bond represented a continuation in that vision. If both are stepping away and Microsoft installs a AI-driven executive at the top, that signals priorities may be shifting, not necessarily away from gaming, towards cloud infrastructures, AI-enhanced development, automation, platform intelligence. And here's the tension. Gamers want games. They don't want corporate buzzwords. If Xbox leadership pivots too heavily into AI first messaging, community could get nervous fast. But on the flip side, if AI becomes a real tool for better game development, smarter matchmaking, and dynamic worlds, this could redefine what Xbox becomes in the next decade. So the real debate isn't just about who's leaving, it's this. Is Xbox evolving or drifting away from what made it resonate with players? Because leadership changes don't just shift strategy, they shift identity. All right, so the end of an era. Phil Spencer meant to Xbox. He was the face of Xbox since 2014. He shifted the strategy from hardware wars to ecosystem face. Game Pass expansion, massive acquisitions including Bethesda, Activision Blizzard, and everything else. Play anywhere philosophy. Was Spencer's era ultimately successful, or did it really have an unfinished feeling towards it? Now, the Sarah Bond exit, why it matters. She was supposedly next in line. So what does her departure suggest internally about the company and the company's future? This whole AI executive taking over, what does that signal? Microsoft have been aggressively investing in AI that is well documented. AI integration into tools, dev pipelines, and cloud infrastructure. Possible AI assisted development workflows is already much hinted in a lot of their moves. And cloud plus AI for Xbox platform is well documented as well. Now, this is a big question. Game Pass. Is it safe or at risk? Will AI improve content cadence or shift focus towards like an algorithm-driven content decisions? Could we see more live service plus AI enhanced systems? The long-term play, is Microsoft positioning Xbox as a hardware company again? A service company, as it's kind of been doing, or an AI-powered gaming ecosystems? Are gamers really ready for this shift? Now, I just want to say this real fast, and I'll go real quick before my cousin go. Didn't I motherfucking tell y'all? Big Daddy Money Microsoft told these people at Xbox, hey, you got a certain amount of time to get in the black, or you're gonna get fired. I said this months ago. It's not crazy. Look, Phil Spencer retiring, Sarah Bond stepping away at the same time. No, she's not stepping away and he's not retiring. They're being hired. They're being told to go home because what you've been doing under this company for this amount of time is not working. Hey, that Game Pass shit, that shit is not making money. This whole shift in which, hey, in the intro, it said Phil Spencer is the face of shifting strategies, going from hardware focus and exclusive focus to play anywhere, own anything. We don't care what kind of gamer you are. PlayStation gamer, PC gamer, Xbox gamer, you're a fucking gamer, so we can make money off you. Microsoft said that shit is not fucking working. And
what the fuck
are we doing? So no, I do not believe that Spencer was, he made the decision on himself to retire, and Sarah Bonds at the same time decided to step away. Microsoft said this shit is not fucking working. Hey, we already put money in this AI. This shit is already this shit is kind of good. So why would we keep two idiots that is bleeding on their salary when we've already paid for AI in the background. So, and then if something fucks up, we don't really have to say it was our fault. It's AI's fault. We can shift some of the blame. So, like I said, I already said I was gonna keep it short. These motherfuckers didn't go away on their own. Microsoft fired them. And I don't give a fuck what anybody says. That is facts. And if you really look at it, we all work a job. And if you don't work a job and you're like you're entrepreneur, hey, congrats to you. You don't have to deal with corporate bullshit. Anybody in the corporate world that's working a job knows that Phil Spencer and Sarah Bond did not leave on their own. They were told to get the fuck out the building, give us your key card and your keys out of here, because we don't need making dumb decisions that's costing us billions of dollars. We can do that all on our own with a fucking AI executive. So why the fuck would we need your ass? Microsoft told these two people, hey, go gently in that good night, and we don't give a fuck. Leave your key cards, your security clearance is already fucking revoked. Get the fuck out the building. So that's what I think, and that's what I believe, because I called this months ago. I said, Microsoft, everybody at Xbox now, hey, you got this amount of time to get in the black. That's why they fucking raised the Game Pass. That shit wasn't enough. The shit was already unprofitable, and it's still unprofitable. That's why another fucking increase is rumored to be in the works right now. Listen, this is not by mistake. This is all fucking, you saw this train and this car crash coming, baby. Because Xbox, and then we just did the Obsidian topic of where they're not meeting sales expectations. So the companies that you made us spend all this fucking money for is not even making a return on our investments. Get the fuck out of our building. I believe that's what happened. And really, honestly, it makes no sense for him to retire when Sarah Bond was supposed to be the replacement and her leave at the same time. I don't believe in coincidence, but let my cousin go and give his 2 piece.
I'm just going to say this and keep it short and sweet. It's about goddamn time. Now, I wish no ill will on anybody, but Microsoft is the only company in this modern age where your failure leads to promotions. I ain't never seen that. I can say wholeheartedly, Phil Spencer inherited a shitty ship that he turned around to his best ability. Xbox One, we all know the fuck ups, the failures, the turning rates. We all know that story. We're not going to rehash it here. He did the best he could, but at some point, I think even he just was like, yo, I just don't give a fuck. Here we are. Now, Sarah Bond, I ain't never seen somebody who will look you dead in your eye and lie to you blatantly. And then be like, hey, we're doing great. You have to be really, really confused to hear Game Pass. Yeah, it's profitable. We're making so much money. But yeah, we got to keep raising the price on it. That means you're not making money. You're not profitable. And like I said, she smiles dead into your face. We're making a premium console. Okay, you're going to price out your demographic that still supports you? Come on. But as my cousin said, hey, Microsoft is cutting everybody loose. That is a liability. You ain't bringing in the money. Your numbers ain't equaling what they want. You got to go. But no, I will say this. It was heavily rumored that Phil Spencer will be leaving towards the end of the Series X, S, and S generation. But for him and her to walk out,
fishy.
That really don't happen because we all expected him to leave and for her to take over. But they're both gone at the cusp of this turning new console that's going to turn everything around. This hybrid premium system going to merge everything. Like, how do you, both of you all leave without seeing all that hard work, into fruition? I'm going to say this was probably the same way Sony let Jim Ryan go for PlayStation. Like, hey, my guy, you have cost us a lot of PR and a lot of money. So rather than to fire you and things look bad,
we'll
grab
let
your
you
coat,
go gently in that good night.
Leave your badge and go gentle to that good night. Hey, put that coke down. It's company property too. And just go. But I will give Phil his kudos because when Xbox One was really, really in the shitter, he really made Microsoft double down on course correcting. But somewhere between the One and the Series, it's like, what the fuck happened? You all were doing good with the backwards compatibility and the goodwill towards the people and everything. And I really want to say he bit off more than he can chew and course corrected acting, he just had nothing to stand on. Xbox players, I know we talk a lot of shit about everybody here, but you guys are, because Phil.
Wait.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
I say this because Phil Spencer played video games. I don't know shit about Sarah Bond. We don't know much about her being no gamer.
She didn't play no
But
goddamn
Phil
games.
was the face of Xbox for a while. He played games. So now this new AI head is taking over, and they're all about business. So they probably don't get two shits on gaming or whatever the hell. All they're gonna care about is the numbers, the numbers, the numbers. And like my cousin has said, it's crunch time. Your numbers don't look right. You still in the red.
You up
Hey,
out of
call
here.
security real quick. Hey, clean your desk out real fast.
Hey, that Outer Worlds 3?
Oh yeah, it's about to be a lot of ship tightening. You all think it's bad that certain studios hasn't reported or shown their next project? There's probably about to be a lot more layoffs and everything else as well.
Unfortunately,
And
yes.
she's the head of AI. I can see right now more staff being laid off. They're like, just let the AI handle it. Why we need them around? Yeah, it's about to get bad. And then even Sarah Bond, you can call it what you want to call it. Yeah, she didn't play games. She was more executive, but she was right there hand in hand with the gamer, the one who was still trying to do something for the games, not just the business.
Yeah.
That premium console, they was talking about $1,200. It probably gonna be $1,500 now. You think it's bad when certain games were being not coming to PlayStation, they're being delayed, everything across the board. As long as the margins are going up, it'll be strictly business. This is kind of what happened with PlayStation a while ago. Kaz Hirai was a gamer, was for the company, and then when he switched over and they changed hands, the bullshit kind of started. Corporate greed, the head of like, we're PlayStation. You know who we are? It's the end of an era, but we all kind of knew this was coming. I just didn't know this was coming so fast. With the economy the way that it is and the news of PlayStation 5 lasting longer than expected, I would assume the Xbox would be that way. I expected them to be around to see this further, but
at least Sarah Bond.
At least Sarah Bond.
Yeah. Because everybody was like,
Because
she's being groomed.
Because she was there when they had this whole initiative. Oh, we're just putting 4 games on PlayStation. And, a few titles everywhere else. They were all in this ushering Xbox into this new era of multi-platform, third-party publisher-esque. And now 2 of them are gone and only being replaced by this one new head of AI. And they say, oh, well, Matt Booty will still be there. Okay, Matt Booty ain't Phil Spencer. I'm trying to say this. Phil was the glue. If you want to do your homework, Microsoft was really, really close to axing Xbox. And it was Phil that was like, hey, I can make this work, Dad. Just give me a chance.
Yeah.
So I love to see how we circle back onto this a year from now with another Xbox Direct and see how the console situation is going, because even Microsoft now, they don't care about hardware sales. They don't care about anything as long as the margin goes up. So I kick it back to you, Trees. We go from there.
It's a lot of issues that people, once they hear AI, they was like, oh, it's gonna lose that human touch. And I think if this is to be true, a AI executive, which is it just sounds crazy, but it's that human touch. What's that scene out of the original Iron Man where Howard was like, a AI computer cannot replace human intuition, humans reaction, and things like that. Like, he was explaining why human pilots are still needed. And I think that's kind of true in this case, because think a AI driven executive would have made the pledge or the dedication to Microsoft to continue on Xbox back when Phil Spencer did. So Xbox in an AI generated private decision maker would have been Xbox, because it's not profitable to Microsoft. It's nothing but a tax write-off because it loses so much money. So it's very interesting, if this is be true, about the human condition and the human touch about decision makers. It's that intuition that you cannot, much code that you write into ChatGPT, it's never going to have that human intuition and human foresight and forethought. It's just going to make a calculated decision. So I'm really interested in I keep saying if this be true, because you never know, somebody could still be looking at these decisions that this AI makes and still make a determination like, I I don't know about that, buddy. It's just very odd and it's very unfortunate. Let me not say, if you losing your job in 2026, even if you're being forced into early retirement, just the financial landscape that we're living in right now, it's just really, really rough. So it's very unfortunate for Sarah Bonds to be told to go home. And Phil Spencer, hopefully, he should have been made enough money by now. Sarah Bonds in particular, but she did lie. She would lie to you very, very quickly. And you can say she died on that corporate hill. At the end of the day, the Xbox has just not been moving in the right direction, even with all their try to, perk the company back in the right direction. It just still has never recovered from that E3 where they was forcing everybody to be online and that whole Connect thing. It still hasn't recovered from that time. And the whole shift to Game Pass has been a total debacle. No matter how you paint it and picture it, shit is just not going well. And I continue to say this on past videos. We in 2026, you cannot fuck up in gaming. Gaming used to be so recession proof, quote unquote. No, it is very acceptable into the economy and the financial economy of the world. And I think Microsoft is just laying it bare. You either gonna make us money or you gonna get the fuck out. Just like with Obsidian and the whole Outer Worlds 3. If it's not making money, then it doesn't make sense. And I cannot fault Microsoft entirely on this decision just because they have wasted so much money on acquisitions. I already said I felt like they overspent and bought at the top of the market, and they really bought some duds and didn't realize Bethesda didn't realize the house was on fire when they bought some of these studios. So it's really unfortunate, but you let us know how you feel and what you think, and what do you predict about the real reason and why Sarah Bond and Phil Spencer got told to go home at the same time. If you're like me thinking this was just Microsoft's, they ran out of time and they didn't make enough money in the meantime and they was told to go home. Let us know what you think about that and how you feel about an AI executive and the sounds of that, because that really sounds crazy to me. But it's 2026. Anything is liable to happen. But let us know in the comments down below and we'll see you there.
And that's it for this video of Are You Not Entertained podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so you'll never miss our next hot take. Until next time, Are You Not Entertained?